Hi, this is Reese from CreataCRM. This is the third video of Myob integration. This one we're going to cover job management and see how we can handle scheduling a job and working from here. So we're going to choose a path. There's many paths you can choose. For this one, we're going to click on the sale, and we're going to just start off with a quote. Now you can start off with a job, but what we're going to do is that we want to actually get the user to say, look, when a person calls up, we're going to say, look, let's just add a job, and we're going to put the service time on the job itself. So it's an idea where we're going to say, we're going to have a call out fee here, and there is going to be a travel time here, and we're going to have 1 hour of travel time to go to the job itself, and then we're going to service a water cooler, for example. So 1 hour of servicing a water cooler, which is $112, is your default price. So we're going to choose the customer in here, brings the terms, and it's going to be $112. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to, you can do a selection. I was just selecting partial jobs, or I select this and I can create a job from here, and I can say, are you sure? Yep. So I've created a job, and I've just said, look, I could have just done one item in here, which is service a job. I have ticked the box to say here's travel time for the user, but the user doesn't need to know that. It's just like 1 hour service call for the water cooler itself. Okay. But the key thing in that is that you have the ability to see what is on a job. Now, on a job, you have expenses. If the guy has to add expenses onto the job, things like I've had to buy some extra equipment, some cable, or some conduit, or anything else for a water cooler would be just some screws or something, or material that they're going to add to the client as an expense. There are things like activities, purchase orders, there's the job items as you mentioned beforehand. Now, other things you can do is that you can just say, well, on this particular job, I want you to put some tasks or checklists in here, okay? So I can actually select the items on the actual job and say, I'm going to create a task template and say, check the water filters, check the motor on these things. You can just add your own task templates in here, which is up in the CRM drop-down menu, create task templates, and they're going to add some tasks, some checklists for the technician to do and tick off that they do it. So it could be things like when the client calls up, you can add a real quick task going, please call the client 1 hour before arriving. Okay, just like that. So real quick, it could be a note on the job itself. You could just put it in the job details here. This is what the job details looks in here, like a big screen. It has like the items of the actual job, the actual task list of things you do in description. The description could be please be nice to dog, you know, whatever it is. So from that, you've in the actual sale, you can see you can have a list of things here, and there's a lot of stuff we won't cover on here. You can have Gantt charts for planning, because again, this could be a bigger job and a lot of things you've got to do before you even start implementing the site. We won't cover that part. This is more of a quick job side of the fence, so we're going to do that. The next part thing, see how it's unassigned right now. So what we want to do is now schedule that job to a technician. So we're going to do that. Now there's so many ways to handle that. First one, you just simply open the job and schedule it. We have a particular thing in the CRM or job management section, and go into job calendar, and from there we want to figure out who is valuable. So we're going to look at Bob the Builder, see if he's free. He's very free, so he can happily do a job at 10 o'clock. So we're going to number of things you can do here with the job side of the fence. Click on the job section. You can show the job panel, and there's all the open jobs, and you can drag and drop the open jobs into the panel here. So we're going to do it Thursday, and it's going to be, there it is. Nice scheduled job already for Bob the Builder itself. So what you can do is you're going to view that particular job itself. Click on that, and now I've assigned it here. So I've now assigned it to a person that's going to alert Bob the Builder to do the job itself. So nice and easy. So when you go back to the sale, everything's in one beautiful spot. It's been assigned to Bob the Builder. So that is actually awesome for that. So now let's fast forward things where, look, I'm going to really quickly do it. Bob the Builder goes on his mobile phone. I'm not logged in as Bob the Builder, so I hope you don't mind. I'm going to have to go select all users. filter all users, tick on jobs, and there is the job that I have. So that's the job where I've got my tasks in here. Check the motor filter, please call 1 hour. Yep, I've done that. So on my mobile phone, I've done it. And what that will do, real-time view, I'll show you real-time view. I'm just going to refresh this view here. The real-time view show you that if the person calls up, you can see that it's been crossed off real-time. So you can see the key thing with the system is really having everything in one spot, and you'll be able to see what's going on. The other cool thing is that the person, Bob the Builder, is going to press the play button. Now I'm logged in as the admin at the moment, but let's say pretend he was Bob the Builder. Yes, he's now starting the job. It's really admin. Make some notes on the job. So he's now timing on the job, and this does time clocks and all those things that you can have and push into Myob. Pretty cool. I'm going to stop that time clock nicely. And what that actually does is that you can just refresh this. You can see the activities that start to show up of the time clocks. So that's actual real time actually done for the job itself. So the guys can time clock it if they need to. You don't need to do any of the stuff. It's just you can do one problem at a time. And Bob Builder is just going to I'll get rid of that, and he can make notes in here. Where is the note section there? It's description. He can enter more notes about that and make notes for the person to help with that, and also tick off other things. Okay, so task, and he's now ticked off. Done and done. Okay, done those things. I've put the timer. I could have added other items in here, other things on the lines in here if you had to, other materials. Don't have to do this, but he's done the actual job. But if what he's done is probably what people would say is, please quote on ABC. Okay. Maybe so, whatever it is. Yep, done. So he's now made the note, and the key thing is that he has the ability to change the drop-down menu and say, I'm now going to finish the job, and that will then alert the staff in here that the job has finished. So that gives the user the ability now to cross off other things and say, well, I can actually quote on this, so he can look at the job and have more information about the job. Please, I didn't save it last time, but he can have the notes in here. Go to the actual job, and I'll go to the actual sales order. And what he could do is, one is invoice that section there, and then so you can send the invoice from here. But you'd have a technician, for example, add more items in here. For example, in this example, he's added 20 litre of carbon. Now you can just go, look, you know what, I can actually just add that to the existing quote. Click on here, click on add. There you go, add that. You have two of those. Saved, and this is going to be quite simple. Now we'll send that out, and we're going to create it. We're going to push this as an invoice into Myob. Yep. So that's sent as an invoice into Myob. Bang. So it's all across in that system there. That's pretty cool that you have, and you've now got that all invoiced into the section into Myob, and then send it out. And then pretty much that's it really. So you can actually close it off. It's been finished, and closed invoice, and save that. Okay. So that's closed invoice as a job that has been invoiced across, and there's the quote itself. So that's all in one system that you can do a quote. That's one example. There are many roads to that scenario that people do give out that we can solve in the system, but that kind of helps out with just building some better solutions for your business and having everything in one location where you've got the sale dashboards here, the service team in here, in this section here, there it is there, and you can see who did the job and what status it is. It's actually closed and invoiced. Okay, I hope that helps, and that's the video for job management. Thanks, bye.